Hello, everyone. Hope you are enjoying cans, and please stay hydrated. The weather is really, really hot. Even for Malaysian, it's still very hot. My name is Kaven, and I wanted to speak about some of the enhancement that we made at Etherscan for API. What we've been working on for the past year is to unify our API experience, since we host many of the explorers as well, and this would help developer and user to build. So the challenges that we usually have is that the data are trapped in chain-specific silo. They are in individual explorer, and whenever a explorer spin up, developer will have to create an account, and create an API keys, and they have to juggle for many other networks that we have, and it kind of annoying. One explorer and one API key, and then explorer-specific endpoints, and scaling your application will be hard if you're deploying on the multi-chain. So what we change here is that we introduce our Etherscan API v2. And so with API v2, you will be able to, with a single API key, single dashboard, to unlock all 60 chains. With one subscription as well, so you would not have to juggle with multiple subscription at different explorer. And with that also, we made all the endpoint consistent, so you would not have to have issues with individual endpoints on specific network. Yeah, so the recap will be, before that, you will have separate API key, separate account for one explorer, and there are multiple base URL. You would have to know the explorer, you will have custom deployment script per chain if you would like to verify some contracts, and there are always inconsistent endpoints. But with the new changes, everything is consolidated, one key for all chains that we support, and single endpoint. You just need to define your chain ID to pull that specific data. And we do also unify our verification workflow, and there are also the consistent JSON return. So before this, whenever you would like to get some data from a particular network, you would have to know the Explorer URL. You would have to know that we support a particular network with the URL as well. But for now, using Etherscan API v2, you would have to just put in the chain ID. And we do have the URL later that I can share, that you're able to look at all the chain ID that we support. Yeah, so we support more than 60 plus chains, mainnet and testnet as well. And this is the URL. I will share a QR code later that you guys will be able to access the entire list of chain that we support. We also, as I mentioned, we unified all our endpoints, account, contract, transactions. For token and NFT specifically, you were able to get the metadata prices as well, holders. This is particularly important if you have, if your deployment include bridging to other networks as well. Stats, and we do also have our pro endpoints, which is a little bit more on the richer data set you are able to tap into. The most sought after feature will be the contract verification that we have. And back then it was crazy because developer would have to have a separate workflow for individual network. And with Etherscan API v2, we are going to change that. Yeah, so you would just have to specific chain ID, and you can send verification through very quickly without even messing around with different base URL. Yeah, so back then, for your ongoing contract development, you would have to have custom script, and we work a lot with developers directly to work with them in terms of their feedback, how can we make things better. And also, our latest API v2 has been integrated within Foundry, Hardhat, and Remix as well, so that will make things a lot easier for developers. Next, I'll be sharing a little bit more on the use cases on what our API is able to do. As you know, on Etherscan, we are progressively tagging addresses and also tagging contracts. User will be able to use our API to identify these contract addresses. Most of the UI interface out there will just show a contract address. And for developers, you're able to use our API to return a name towards the address that is being tagged on the Explorer. And this will essentially give user a little bit more confidence, a little bit more understanding on what they're interacting with. We do have a very long list of name tags for contracts as well, and we work with developers directly to tag them. So please feel free to use them, and if you have any feedback, let us know. The other thing is on the API return, we do return a lot of some additional data. We do have the notes that is on the Explorer. If it's a warning, if it's it's a phishing attempt, or it's an issue with the address, we do have them on notes as well. And we do also have the general label towards the address, like if it's a phishing hack address, if it's an exchange, and the reputation as well. Yep, this can be integrated into a workflow, have your user confidently interact with certain addresses. In terms of accounting as well, we do work with a couple of accounting partners where users now has the, they interact with multiple network, to be simple. And for accounting purposes, it's really hard to track each of every one of them. And now it makes things a little bit easy. They will just have to call and get the list of transactions for every network they interact with, and their balances, their activities as well. So this is very helpful for tax and accounting purposes. Yeah, we also do return the transaction type. So if it's a swap or if it's a transfer, it does helps with categorizing and also accounting purpose. A swap is different from a transfer, and that can be really quickly identified through the function name being returned in the API. So this is something it's very useful as well. Yeah, so I think that is the end. And you can scan the QR code to get the directly to the doc. And if you have any question, happy to answer them.
Is there any question for the speaker? Yeah, I see.
Hello, my question is about how can you help to fight against address poisoning?
Yeah, so we do have on the front end, we do have a mechanism on the front end that prevents address poisoning. You were able to look at that on the front end, but at this point in time, I'm not sure if that's included in the API, but we could connect after that, and I can get back to you if that's available on the API as well.
Okay, thank you.
Any questions here? I think no more questions.
Right, thank you.
Thank you very much.